Hey, what's up? It's Dave too, and today I'm going to share what I think is actually a secret to remote viewing that not many people are talking about, if any, because I haven't actually heard anybody really mention this. About a year and a half ago or so, I went through a total psychic shutdown. I was remote viewing every day for training, and I was doing lots of other stuff like getting into tarot and constantly asking questions. And what was weird is that every time I went to get probe for data, I would get absolutely nothing back. It was like a total psychic shutdown with just nothing happening. And I was like, what is going on? And I was trying to figure it out with my subconscious mind, because that's kind of the model that we all use from Ingo's book, the, everybody's natural guide to ESP and stuff, where, your conscious mind talks to your subconscious that has access to the source data. And I was like, I'm asking questions every day. I'm running targets. I'm doing tarot. I'm going to my refrigerator and being like, what drink should I get right now? And should I go left at this light or right? And, are just constantly listening, asking questions and listening. And then it kind of dawned on me when I was just doing that astral temple visual meditation stuff that I got into, is I was like, I'm just going to go meditate for a few months and clear my mind and get that. And what I realized is and I picked up the astral temple stuff while I was learning meditation, is that when I got to that point of gnosis, what I was doing is I was just listening. I wasn't coming with a question. I wasn't coming with something that I wanted to do. And what I realized is that actually a long time ago, I asked my subconscious, I'm like, hey, what's your name? And I was like, I'm you, idiot. I'm Dave too. I'm not a different person, but it's technically another part of you. Mine's sassy. It's got its quirky personality, and it's technically me, but it's two different versions of me that, is on some sort of schizophrenic, crazy level. But ultimately, when I'm always interested in my material interests consciously, it's like going to dinner with somebody and being like, you can speak. I will listen to what you have to say, subconscious. You will speak when you are spoken to. I will only listen when I'm interested in the topic. Everything that you have to bring to the table, just don't talk about it at all. I don't want to hear it, right? Doesn't that sound crazy? You're trying to develop this relationship to be like, hey, you greater, bigger part of me, you have access to more stuff. Wouldn't that thing that has access to more stuff, wouldn't it actually know what's better for you in the first place? That's kind of where I got to. So I'm going to share Squid Notes right here. And the model that we do is the conscious mind. And the conscious mind probes the subconscious mind. And we believe that the subconscious mind kind of sits in this place that it has access to source, God, the matrix, cosmic consciousness, whatever you want to call it, the information field, all of the data to everything, right? And what happens is that when you're only sitting there and you're only asking questions, you're creating a one-way street that your subconscious is only allowed to communicate under these exact terms. And what I learned from that astral temple meditation is that unpromptedly, there is a lot of information that, I have to back up all the way. No, we'll just do this. There's a lot of information that your subconscious wants to tell you all the time that you're not even thinking to ask for. It's like Steve Jobs said that when he created he didn't create, when he was talking about the iPhone and, making good products, there's products out there that people need that they're not going to ask for. There's a lot of info that your subconscious wants to tell you that's not behind a TRN. It's not behind a tarot reading. It's not in the refrigerator as you try and figure out what drink you want. It's just things that you just need to sit in silence and try and listen. Just go in there to the temple and just listen. And it's what I try and do is, if I do 50% of remote viewing, that's me consciously talking, then I also spend 50% of time going in and just listening, not coming with a question, not doing anything. If I do a tarot session, that eats out of this 50%. If I go to my fridge and I'm like, salad or pizza, comes out of the 50%. And ultimately, this 50% becomes my daily thing where I spend 20 minutes in the morning, 20 minutes at night, typically in that visual meditation at the Astral Temple. And if I don't get to any remote viewing, that's the thing I get to. And what's cool is that your subconscious is actually a way better tasker than you could ask for. The things that I've gotten and the things that I've seen and the things I've experienced by doing that, far cooler than most of the stuff that I'm even getting into in remote viewing or what I'm posting here. I'm not going to share any of this stuff because it's like private, but there's that whole temple meditation thing that you can go follow and you'll get your own crazy gnosis experiences. But it's not even something that's a chore to do. It's just an absolute joy where every time you go in, you learn new things. And the only thing you got to do is just shut up. Just shut up. Listen. I promise it's incredible. Now, when you do that, I feel like when I do come with a question now and I say, hey, I would like to ask something, my subconscious now, because they've been able to speak and there's nothing else that they need to like get down the pipes, I've made space for those messages to come through. We have a dedicated time where like if it really needs to tell me something, like a winter storm's coming, your pipes are going to freeze in this, it can, I mean, technically that was a remote viewing session, but it has a spot that it can tell me. Now it's free to give me all the remote viewing data that I'm asking for. And because we're working on that communication flow, we're working on the ways that we talk, we're getting to a symbolic way rather than just single words. We're getting these large concepts. It's the same, like the AIM framework is the same way that I get as soon as I'm in that gnosis spot in the temple. I'm using AIM to figure out the data that's getting tossed at me typically. So in that, I'm still using the same framework. This is why I say it's not just remote viewing. It's also intuition. It's gnosis. It's all of the above. It's unblind viewing and stuff. So this is my big secret. The big secret is spend half your time in meditation just listening to your subconscious mind. And that's the secret. So hope you enjoy it. And I don't know if this is going to stick. It's a big one to ingest. Think about it. Just give it some time. Try it out. Maybe do it for like a month or something and see how it affects your remote viewing. I bet that you will not just be like, wow, my remote viewing is better, but you'll also be like, this is just such an incredible thing to add to my regimen as a person. So thanks for watching.